Okay, this video is to go over the standard operating procedure to manually sourcing leads over Amazon. Um, First, we'll start with resources. We'll go into the qualifications of the kind of persons or sellers we're looking for, and then the procedure to actually go through. And I will show you how I do it by example. So the resources first and foremost, these are all free. That's why we're going to use them. They cost nothing. But the very important one is the Helium 10 browser plugin. To get that, which should appear like this, it's a little blue icon in your browser. Just say Helium 10 browser extension. Um, set up your account and download the browser extension. It costs nothing. It is free, and you will need it to run this procedure. Next is Google Sheets. You can also use Microsoft Excel if that's what you have, but Google Sheets is free if you don't. There's three critical pieces of information that we will need. That is the company name, the phone number, and the Amazon URL so that we can confirm who we're talking to. So I'll show you where to find these. But the next resources, so these three, Dun & Bradstreet, the website is here, Cortera, and BBB, or the Better Business Bureau, are three places where company information is compiled. Of course, sometimes they don't have the company information, but if it is not directly on the Amazon seller profile, here are three places to look to try to find the number. And then you will confirm by the address that is also posted on the Amazon seller profile. Again, we'll go into that in a second. If there's any other tools that you use, like LinkedIn or anything else that you know to be useful and it's at your disposal, feel free. These are just some free versions that should be productive enough as is. Now, the qualifications. First off, they must not be based in China. If they are based in China, we can't call them. Our call systems and whatever laws are in place don't allow us to actually call China. So that's anyone with a +86 country code. That's how you call that country. If you see that, we can't help. Also, again, each Amazon seller profile will have an address posted and, of course, country of origin, which is denoted with an initial. So in China, it's CN. That's at the bottom of the address section. And if you see that, then you know to just skip because we cannot call them. Don't bother. They must have at least 20 or more reviews in the last 30 days. So if in the Amazon seller profile, you do not see a number posted, and I will show you again where that would be posted if they have one, then you start using the Dun & Bradstreet, the Cortera, and the Better Business Bureau to try to find the number if they have 20 or more reviews in the last 30 days. Now, if they have less than 20 reviews and the number is posted, feel free to grab it anyway. If there's no number posted and they have less than 20 reviews, just skip it. Now, if they have no reviews in the last 30 days, just skip it. It is not big enough. So we're going to separate who you're finding into different pages within the spreadsheet. That will be sellers, which are based in North America, so Canada or the US, vendors, which is a different way to sell on Amazon. And when we come across those, I will show you. And then foreign-based sellers or vendors. We just have to compensate for time zone. So we need to keep those in a separate list, as well as with their country of origin, so we know what country code, like this one, to put in front of the number to call properly. Now, the way this works, you'll come down here, sheet one. You're going to add a couple sheets, and you're going to set them all up the same, just like this. Company name, phone number, Amazon URL for all three of these. Actually, let's. So you can just duplicate, and we're going to call this sellers. We're going to call this vendors, and this is foreign. So this is anybody not based in Canada or the US. These are vendors, and these are sellers based in Canada or the US. And that's how we will split it up for time zone purposes and the style of company that is on Amazon. Okay, so now moving into the procedure. So first, have your three resources open. That's done in Bradstreet, Cortera, and the Better Business Bureau. You might also want to have your screen split like this so you can quickly copy and paste into the appropriate page within your Excel or Google Sheet. And of course have Amazon open. So from here, you will go to the node we've assigned you. For this example, we're using baby toys. So the way to find that is you can go to baby, hit the search, and it will open up all the subcategories under baby. Right, so that's toys, gifts, feeding, diapering, all that stuff. We're going to go to toys. So here is where the Helium 10, that browser plugin, comes into an important role. So it allows you to see where they're categorized, but more importantly, it shows you the number of sellers and it gives you access to click on them quite easily. You click on it, it'll open up a new tab. So right here, there's a seller. And when it's sold by Amazon, of course, we know that that's a vendor. That means whoever actually owns this product, which would be Paw Patrol, whatever company owns Paw Patrol, sold a bunch directly to Amazon, and now Amazon is acting as if it's a seller just like this. So this would be a vendor. I'll show you how to find that in a second. Let's go to the seller page. So right here, less than 20 reviews, no number posted. I might just skip. But as an example here, US, it is based in the US. It looks like it's based in Allen, Texas. And here is the seller name, and here is the company name that is actually the one who is owning this right here, Buy Arena. Sometimes they have a different spelling. As you can see, it's Buy Arena, and they just spelt it differently, or it's a sub-product owned by the company, and they're just using the product name or brand name instead of their own company name. So when you're looking it up, you might want to use this. It's a little bit more official and easier to find. And so here you can see different companies that have popped up with very similar names. So again, normally because it has only 8 reviews, you skip it, but you can see here it is in Allen, Texas in the US. And here's what popped up. Very similar names. We need to get the right one. This one is construction and it's in the wrong, this is in Romania. So we know it is not right. But here, Grand Prairie, Texas, and Frisco, Texas. We know that these are not the same companies as this. So this is no good. So moving on, just to show you how to find a vendor, Paw Patrol is the item. So let's just go to Google. This one might be a little bit difficult to find. So whatever company owns Paw Patrol, you could find that. Paw Patrol would be Spin Master, is the company that owns Paw Patrol. Let's go to their website, go to the contact us. They don't always have numbers available. So here is the number that is available. So here, because it's a vendor, go to the vendor sheet. We'll say Paw Patrol, in brackets, the parent company name, which is Spin Master. Just in case they answer the phone with Spin Master, we know that it is the same company. Copy and paste the phone number. And now for the Amazon URL for a vendor, you go to the product, you click this link, visit the Paw Patrol store. Here's what pops up. That's the URL that we need. Okay. Um, then we go on to the next one. This one we know is Paw Patrol. We know this one we can't find. Click on Hollywood Nights. See, 17, not quite enough. This is where the number would appear if it was attached, but since it's less than 20, we're going to skip. Then this next product, Bargains and More, and Red Diff. I don't know. Bargains and More has 46 reviews and no numbers posted, and it's based in the US. So Bargains and More is the store name. So I may as well just take it from here. Look them up. Brooklyn, New York, and this was Deer Park, New York. So believe it or not, I think even though this one is slightly different, it might be the same. So open up their profile that is attached here, and here is their phone number. It'll be posted at the bottom. So we know the company name was Bargains and More. This is the phone number. Delete that little bracket. Then we go back to this is their Amazon seller profile. So we take the URL and post it in there. And then we move on to so here are the two sellers. We just did this one. Now the next one is right here. It is based in the US. It has definitely over 20 reviews in the last 30 days, but once again, no number posted here. So this is the parent company, M&H Freight Inc. So let's start with that. Search it up. And we know that it is Stockton, California in the US. So this is a different company, although it has a very similar name. Here, see, Stockton, California. So this one we know for a fact is the same company. Even though they have similar names, we know this is the right one. So we open it up, and unfortunately there is no number posted. That's why we have the next option. Unfortunately, these are different addresses, so they are a different company. So that is incorrect. So we go to the Better Business Bureau. We search, get rid of the location. No thanks. And unfortunately, the BBB could not find anything. Sometimes the BBB is pretty hit or miss. This one is the best. Cortera is the next best. So unfortunately, we couldn't find a number for this. But because this number is different, we will also try it. Then try their other name. Tokyo, Japan. As you can see, these are obviously not the same companies. Try it in Cortera, and nothing came up. And I doubt the BBB would have anything on it either. So unfortunately for this, we just have to skip and move on. Try the next. Bargains and More we've already tried, and we've got. So here it's the same one, so just pick one. Unfortunately, there's no number posted, but it is based in the US and it has more than 20 reviews, and the names are the same, so pick either. Search it up. And the location was Seattle, Washington, US. Florida, St. Paul, Minnesota. Unfortunately, neither of those are correct. Um, yeah, so you're just going to have to skip this one. Does not exist. Let's try this one. So this one is just a vendor. If you want to find it, it's clearly by Play School. School. Go to by Hasbro. You go down to the contact us. If you can't find it in here, um, we can also use this. Hasbro Canada. So we can also just look Hasbro phone number. This is just the Canadian number. And here is the American number. So we go to vendors, Play School in brackets, Hasbro. And this is the Canadian version. Click on the item, go to their storefront. Copy and paste and move on. So now we have two vendors. Click on this. Just skip, too small. And a vendor. As you can see, there'll be lots of vendors and sellers, but the sellers are most common, clearly. So let's try Activo. So it's by Mar W Corp. There are 20 reviews, so we should look it up. And we know that is in Fontana, California. Right there, Fontana, California. Click. And there's the phone number. So copy and paste the number out of here. Now, so this is you'll come across this commonly. This is their storefront name, and we need this, Activo, because that's who we know to look up on Amazon. But also open up the brackets and take the parent company name. So we know if they answer the phone with this, we know it's still the same company. And then of course take the URL and move on. Let's try this. Right there is a number, but there is no reviews in 30 days, even though it's based in the US. Just skip it. Too small. 2 reviews in the last 30 days, too small. This was just launched, so it might be too small at the moment. Next. 1 review. So this right here, you can see GB London. It means London, England. Great Britain, I guess, is the acronym. This is a 4.4, so you would put this under foreign, except that there's only 1 review, so just skip it. Low country. Nope, too small. Too small. Too small. Too small. And then we move on to the next. And this is essentially just what you do. You look it up. If it is too small, you skip it. If it's based in China, you skip it. So right here, even though it's small, it does have a number posted. It is based in the US. And it does have at least one review, so it's not nothing. You can grab it. And the Animal Kingdom name is the same as this, so you feel free to just grab that. The number, URL. Again, it's small, and ideally we want to do better than this, but if the number's right there and it has at least some reviews, grab it. And this is essentially what you do. Just continuously, there are some nodes that will be better. This is too small. Too small. Small, but it is based in the US and the number is right there. So just grab it. And this is just effectively what you'll do to source. The rate should be around 25 an hour. Of course, some nodes are bigger than others. They do better. They have more reviews. But this was the example. So these are the three pieces of information we use. Here are the resources that we use, as well as helium-10 right here. This little blue thing. You'll be assigned a node, such as baby toys or women's clothing. It'll be something specific like that, and you'll just start going through the pages. Once you hit the bottom of the page, just move on to the next. As you can see, there's 400 pages, so you should have plenty. You can get plenty out of it. All right, so that's how to manually source. You will have access to this. This will be a living document. I'll give you a PDF. And as we find more refined versions to do this, this document will change and you will be updated.